What's up, beautiful people? Woody here, back with another Gwent video, and finally, I'm bringing you a deck. Although I must be completely honest, guys, this is not my deck. Streaming the other night, a couple of evenings ago, a streamer, Gwent community member called Decode789, stopped by. Really nice, guy. Just often jumps in chat, always have real nice chats to them. I played against them a couple of times in tourneys, and they said, "Oh, come up with a Shupe Arachas Queen deck." I'll be honest, never heard of a Shupe Arachas Queen deck. Obviously, it's possible, but never heard of it. They threw the list over. We played it on stream. It was pretty good, and I asked if they didn't mind if I threw a video out for them. So that's what we're here. We're here to throw a video out for them, for not for them because they're a Twitch streamer themselves, but to share their video with the world. So yeah, it's Arachas Queen, and it runs Shupe. For new players who don't know what Shupe is, Shupe basically means you cannot have any duplicate cards in your deck. I'll go for what Shupe does in a bit more detail and what Shupe you want to find. But it's a gimmicky deck. It's a Shupe deck. It's as simple as that. That it's not completely synergized like amazingly because it's Shupe. And I'll talk about the issues or the difficulties of playing a Shupe deck after I've gone through the cards. But that's what we're going to do. Jump straight through the cards. I'll fly through them. I'll talk through basic combos you want to be finding. And then we'll jump into some gameplay. So let's kick off. Renew. Shupe's Day Off. Detlef. Frightener. Taintsdale. Glusty Warp. Summoning Circle. Kyran. Karen Fear. Bone Talisman. Prince Willem. Barbagazy. Cyclops. Predatory Dive. Rot Fiend. Slizzard. Pella. Harpy Egg. Arachas Nest. Necker Warrior, Van Warrior, Cutthroat, Oxenfurt, Arachas Spore, and Ancient Foglet. So they're your 25 cards you're going to want to throw in the deck, or that this deck is running anyway. So, key combos. Renew's in there for basically getting bigger plays. Now, if you play Frightener round 1, Frightener comes out as an artifact. Let's say so, once you've, after 3 allies are destroyed, whether you eat the allies or what your enemy destroys them. Once 3 allies are destroyed and this thing's on the board, it awakens to a 12 cost immune beast, shall we say. It's not actually a beast, it's a construct. But this beast, this construct, 12 cost, can be replayed from the graveyard. Because if you notice, Renew says it's replay a unit from the graveyard, not a card. So you can't replay it as a artifact, but you can replay it as a unit, so that's always worth knowing, throwing it out, and maybe that works there. Obviously, Detlef maybe. If you've played Detlef for some reason, you've used Barbagaze to eat the Detlef, and Cyclops maybe throw Detlef. You can always use Detlef again if you have Kyran in your hand for round 3. Glusty Warp is kind of your finisher. If you don't know, Glusty Warp destroys all units, not just allied, all units with 1 power, and for each unit it destroys, boost stuff by 2. And you also link that with Arachas Queen. You can spawn 3 Arachas drones, which are 1 cost drones. You get free charge for that. But whenever an allied unit is destroyed during your turn, spawn another Arachas drone and summon it to a random allied row. Meaning that you play Glusty, he eats all of your drones, and then he buffs himself by, so he eats 5 drones, he buffs himself by 10, and then those 5 drones all pop back. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. Link that in then with Van Warrior down here, which is whenever a unit is destroyed during your turn, damage a random enemy unit by 1. You eat all your drones, your 5 drones, they come back. Maybe you ate one of the enemy units that was 1 cost. That's 6 of you've eaten. Van then starts pinging for 6. If he starts killing stuff while he's pinging, he just keeps pinging, baby. It keeps going, it keeps going, it keeps going, it keeps going. The stuff gets out of hand. There's a reason why this was a meta deck for so long. Not the Shupe version, but Arachas Queen in general. It gets out of hand. To make sure Vran doesn't get removed off the board, we use Summoning Circle to bring Vran out. He's 99% of the time our main target. Summoning Circle, basically, it ticks up every turn. Vran's at 4 provision, so you need to make sure you've got 4 charge on Summoning Circle to play Vran. Don't play Vran, please, before you play Glusty Warp. Otherwise, you'll play Vran. Unless you've got a chance of getting some value off him, they'll just remove Vran, they'll lock Vran, he won't get the value he needs. Taintsdale can be good to set up enemy units for 1 cost, so you get more value off Glusty Warp. Bone Talisman, in here for one specific reason. This boosts all allied units by 1. By the end of the round 3, there's a chance you have a lot of units on the board because you've got your Arachas drones back and spawn. You throw this down, this can go off for 10 points quite easily, if not more. It's handy. Prince Vellum is purely there for consistency. Don't just throw it down willy-nilly. Try to make sure you only have 1, maybe 2 cards left, gold cards left in your deck, so you make sure you're getting consistency off of it. Last thing, Pella. Now, this can be a little bit of a disgusting combo. Pella purifies a unit. When Shupe comes out, for those who don't know, I won't do a whole lesson on Shupe. For those who don't know, Shupe basically, sorry, I just realised it's really dark in here. Shupe has, so when you send Shupe off on an adventure, you can choose Mage Shupe, you can choose Hunter Shupe, you can choose Knight Shupe. Mage Shupe comes out at 2, Hunter Shupe comes out at 4, Knight Shupe comes out at 8, and they all do different things. One like damages for 4, all different bits and bobs, okay? The main ones you're going to want to be choosing depending on your situation. I'm going to only flow through this quickly. We'll go through the more serious ones first. Most of the time you're going to choose Knight Shupe. Boost an allied unit by 4 is never bad. Destroying an enemy artifact is obviously situational, but if they've dropped an artifact, you can always get this out and get big value off that. If they've got a crushing trap that's going to get them 10 points, you play this. That's an 18-point play with Shupe. It's pretty big. Resilience is, I would always advise against going for this, playing this round 2 and hoping to get the resilience. You play it round 2 and you end up getting a lock or damage or an artifact, and they've passed. You've just thrown Shupe out for literally no reason. And damage an enemy unit by 4 is the other one that it's pretty staple. It's easy to go for. In terms of Hunter, there's a few more bricks on Hunter. Boost all units to hand by 1. It's pretty good. If you're gonna go for this, you need to go for it first, like turn 1, straight off the bat. Okay, it's pretty good, but it's not the best one here. Damage 3 random enemy units by 3. This is probably one of the best ones. Turn 2, turn 3, depending on how many spawns they got going. You could maybe clear their board with this play here. Damage 3 random enemy units by 3. If there's only 3 cards on their side of the board, you know exactly which ones are getting damaged. Okay. I would advise against playing this one. Play a random card from your deck. That's terrible. Destroy a random enemy. If they've just literally dropped an immune card on the other side, and there's no way of touching it, this could get lucky. And there is another one, which is, no, there isn't another one. My bad. And then the last one, Shupe Mage, is split. So the only one you really want to do on Shupe Mage, there's 2 you could do on Shupe Mage. Okay. What you could do is you could. This hasn't got all the Shupes on, but anyway, don't worry. I'm digressing now. Split 13 damage randomly between all other units on the battlefield. Now, this is all units on the battlefield. So this is your units and opponent's units. The only time you'd use this is, let's say round 3. You end up playing Fright. So you play Summoning Circle into Frightener, into Tainted Ale. You don't have any units on the board. They probably have maybe 20 points on the board now. You could then play Shupe for 15 points. It's a pretty big play. You still have Tainted Ale to maybe set up for Glusty as well. It's pretty big. The reason I digressed a little bit, sorry, I was mentioning Pella is, Pella purifies a unit. Shupe comes out doomed. So when you play Shupe round 1, and you have Pella in hand, you can play him, just damage 3 random enemy units by 3. You then play Pella, get him so he isn't doomed, meaning you can renew Shupe, so you can get another big play off Shupe if you wanted. That's just something you can do. So you can effectively get 24 points off Shupe over the course of the game, which is pretty big. But that's it. That is the deck. We're going to jump into some gameplay. One quick thing on the gameplay. I put a little thing out there last deck video I done. So would people rather if I just cherry picked winning games, or if I just jumped into games and played it, so they could see the deck brick and they could see the one I didn't get a draw, and they could maybe see the deck at its full potential on a random encounter. That's what everyone chose. The majority chose. So this is not going to be cherry pick games. We're going to jump into 2 games now. We'll see how the deck goes. See you there. Okay, we have a game. We have a fixture, as I always say, for some bizarre reason. You can tell I'm a bloody PE teacher, can't you? Fixture. Game time, baby. Crate. This is probably one of the worst leaders we could play against. I'm going to say this now, guys. We're going to lose this game. But don't look at it for that. Look at it for... We're playing against one of the strongest decks. Potentially one of the strongest decks in the game at the moment. Just look at it for how the deck plays. So, we've got a lot of crap in our hands right now. I'm not going to lie. You're not great either. Other Gazy's pretty tasty. We don't really want you because you're summoning circle potential. Okay, we haven't really got a good hand. Like, if you look at this, all of our golds are still in our deck. Like I said, Crate is going to be horrible, 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 horrible to play against. He literally clears our Arachas drones. Just in general, this lead is just not fun. My personal opinion, anyway. Okay. Next play, we're probably going to throw down Ancient Foglet. And I'm assuming he might throw Savabla Priest. Let me try and turn my light on. Sorry, it's very dark in here. There we go. That's probably a little bit better. Oh, okay. Played that range row. So we play this. So it basically means he can't damage. He could damage him if he wanted, but it will be useless for him to damage them. I'm actually tempted to throw Tainted Down out next. If he does do damage on this, then we can actually get us down to 1. And we're kind of stopping him from using leader ability. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'd rather say Tainted Self around 3, but I'm happy to play it now. Push him on 1. He's still, I mean, he can ping this card over here now, but it's not damaged. And if he's playing off Blood first, it's kind of is going against what he wants to do. Okay. So we're now going to throw Necker Warrior. I'll then throw Barber Gazy out next. That was obvious that was going to happen. Like I said, this is going to be a hard game to win. So he still only has the 1 Bloodthirst, which is a benefit to us. But if he clears this, I'm actually really tempted to throw out Mage Shupe and see if we can Pellar it. Yeah, because we damage this, we actually get better value of it. We get the 2 pop for 1 damage. There we go. We're gonna go for it. We're gonna go for the Mage Shupe and then try and Pellar it afterwards. So let's see if we can get the 13 damage. There we go. So actually damaging our own card has actually got us better value. Look at that. Woohoo! That's a beautiful sight, isn't it? That is a beautiful sight. Hopefully he doesn't remove Shupe now. Because we can Pellar it, meaning we can renew it later on.
They need us. Cannot force a damn stubborn way.
There we go. Okay, we've actually pushed Crate quite far this round, and we do have the renew on Shupe, which is rather delightful. Okay. So we need 5, don't we? Can we get 5? I don't think we can. So this comes out, Vitality comes out for 4. Pop 2 leader charges. I think it's what we have to do, you know. We're going to pop this here. We're going to pop this. Pop 1. Pop 2. It's not ideal, but it does mean we win the round. Against Crate. And I think we can actually push now. Because we can play this. Okay, yeah, we are going to push. So we're going to play this. And then we're going to potentially renew Shupe. Because if this, see what he plays, but he's lapped it. I feel like that was a bad choice to try and push. Yes. I mean, we can throw these out, can't we? And if Shupe kills any, they just come back. So it's a free play on Shupe, isn't it? Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Hopefully play something big now, and we can play renew Shupe. This probably isn't the best way to be doing this, but we'll see how lucky we get with Shupe. I mean, Frightener would have been amazing. So if Shupe comes out 2, there is at the moment there are 12 points on the board. We board wipe, and we end up with 6. Let's go for it. Let's see what it does. This is probably really bad. I feel like I've made a very bad decision to push the way I did. We're going to clear the whole board anyway. If we had Karen now, then I would definitely play this out, but we don't. Ah, he did catch it. He did catch it. So only once per turn, yeah, cooldown 2. We have to pass. It's annoying. I mean, yeah, I should have maybe waited. If we had Frightener, I think we win the game with that. Then, but we didn't. Gusty may get value, I doubt it now. We need Karen, really. You're pretty useless now. Okay. The thing is, he has so much removal. It's scary. Okay, so all we do is we're going to play this. This, because I mean, when Glusty eats it, it pops 4. What's the chances Slizzard does not stay on the board? I'm pretty confident that is the case.
I fear nothing.
There we go. It was never going to stay on the board, was it? Yeah, I told you we weren't going to win this game. I mean, we potentially lost it more round 3. I mean, they have just given us value on Glusty, but I still don't think it's enough. And we put Glusty down. I mean, we're up by 1. I think maybe our round 2 push was a little bit... Yeah, wasn't great. But I mean, look, I'm not trying to make excuses. We've played against one of the most annoying decks playing the game, and that's me honestly saying that. I can't stand Crate. He's so boring. But, and we've done alright. We pushed it quite far. I'm going to put my hand up and say I did not play round 2 that well. If we had Frightener, I think completely different ball game. Or even Karen. If we drew into Karen round 3, I think we actually go on and win that game. We didn't. So we can't get too upset about it. We have to to talk about what happened, and we lost the game. But yeah, hopefully you got an idea. You got to see roughly like what I mean by how the deck works. But let's jump into another game. Let's see how we get on with our second game. Okay, we've got a match. What do you reckon? It's Skellige. It seems like I only play Skellige at the moment. Voltis. Okay.
Close ranks.
Now the reason this is going to be another tough game to win, and people are probably watching now going like, well, why are you showing to play this deck if they're all tough games? This deck has basically no removal. Outside of Cyclops and the odd card here or there, pretty much no removal. Which means engines like Voltes can kind of just run away with it. Get a little bit crazy. Okay. Let's see what they go with. Hopefully they throw a card down and throw TA onto it straight away. And we just predatory dive. That'll be the ideal world if they do that. They didn't throw TA onto it. That's annoying. Do we have any blood? Death Wish? We don't, do we? No. So we're just going to get rid of it now. So this is what I mean. This is damaging by 2, charge 1. They're going to just buff this charge up. I think we're going to throw Frightener out as a potential renew target. It stops them getting value on this for a while. Because you have a renew, guys, don't be afraid to throw something like Frightener out round 1. This is at 4 damage now, so whatever we play is probably going to get cleared. Yeah. So we throw you out, don't we? But then, as they're clearing stuff, they're going to be popping this. So yeah, playing against like a Northern Realms deck's gonna be hard because this monster deck doesn't have removal. So the cards like these charge cards just kind of end up running away with it a little bit. Not much we want here, really. Oh. Really? Okay.
Knowledge is the sole treasure worth seeking.
We're just gonna... Oh, we have to play a card, don't we? We're not gonna pop leader charge. Allied unit on this row. Oh, that sucks because... Oh shit. We have to play something here. We can't play this. Oh, we can play this because it awakens Frightener, so it's fine. Play this, destroy this, throw it at this. Frightener wakes up, and we win that. It's fine. Keep dropping my headband. Okay, pass. I mean, it doesn't matter that we've gone down to 4 cards. We can dry pass around 2 anyway. This deck's designed for the long round. We've got Shupe. We have pretty good hand. Yeah. I'd rather actually just have a gold in my hand. No, that's not really worked very well. Detlaf, renew, summoning circle. Okay. Yeah. We have last say, which is pretty important because it means Glusty's last say, because if they use the one that the Doom guy, drop a Doom on a card and then remove it. He doesn't get removed from that. Okay, we have all the setups here for. Yeah, I mean, we want. Do we want renew? I don't even know if we want renew. You know. Yeah, we do because we got thingy. Come on, give us renew. No, didn't give us renew. Oh well. There's not a lot we can do about that, but we're not going to get too upset by it either. Throw Summoning Circle out first. Then throw Tainted Ale. They use Summoning Circle as well. Big question is, do we just remove this? We'll see what they play next, because obviously Shupe with 13 value is not going to be good. If there's... it does remove that. Okay, I'm tempted just to get rid of that Summoning Circle, you know, with Shupe. That's what we're going to go for.
Good worthy card.
There we go. Is this 2 charges? Yeah. So we don't have any removal, so... And wait a minute, so we want to play Glusty last with you. So you're only 4, so we could play a card now. 6. 4. I mean, we could still do it, couldn't we? Let's do it. Oh, it's a unit, isn't it? Not a card. So, wait a minute. We've got Bone Talisman. Glusty has to be our second from last play. I think so. Let's play Glusty now. Sorry, Bone Talisman now. I mean, we play this now, don't we? Yeah.
So,
Okay.
we off to milk some milkmaids.
So this will go down to a 1 cost, sets up for another Glusty target. I think we play Blown Talisman pretty soon.
Lads, time to discuss this is later.
This is my thought. They're going to ping them all down to 1s. They're going to play the Knights, Revenant Knights. This is getting suspicious, isn't it? Ah, Falter's Pride. Okay. The could wipe the board now, couldn't they? Thing is, if they're playing the Doom guy, we're screwed because they will. They want us to Glusty, basically. That's what they want us to do. And I think they're going to remove it with the Doom guy. I'm pretty sure that's what they are baiting us out to do. We're not going to do that. What we're going to do instead is we're going to eat these. They could clear all our ones off the board now. There's nothing we can do about it. It's the Doom guy I'm really concerned about. I can't remember his name. Like, we're eating a lot of units here. I think... Don't clear our ones, don't clear our ones, don't clear our ones. They are, aren't they? Yeah. Okay, the leader doesn't have any more proc, so for you, I guess. Another final play with Glusty. Glusty's only going to get 3 charges, probably. Current 6. Yeah. I mean, we don't win. No. Unless we get super lucky and he starts pinging cards that die more or die again. No, we lost by 5. Yeah. I mean, 2 defeats, guys. Take it as you will. We played 2 games. We lost 2 games. So the first game we played against Crate, I'm going to take responsibility. My round 2 push wasn't very good. And the second game I played against Foltest, I was playing around. I keep forgetting his fucking name. Is it not Demo? The guy that comes out, he dooms a card and then removes. But it's basically the same as him having a Geralt. So we couldn't play Glusty early. I was playing around that too much. And they just, Foltest Pride went unanswered. That's the issue with this deck. And that's what I want to kind of finish up on is people go on about how amazing Shupe decks are. Shupe decks are fine. They are perfectly fine. And they won't ever be much better than fine. Now, Shupe decks can seem insanely powerful when Shupe works. When Shupe comes out and does what you want Shupe to do. The issue with Shupe decks are there are no duplicates, there are no synergy. There's no way of really synergizing a Shupe deck. You can't play duplicate cards. You can't find cards consistently. Or you struggle to find cards consistently. So you kind of you're stuck with a lot of bronzes, like fluff, basically, that don't do tons. And that's kind of what we had at the end. Like we don't draw into the cards we need. We lost by 5 points. And yeah, like this Monsters in general struggles with removal. This deck has 0 removal outside of Cyclops, and you saw playing against Northern Realm deck. I mean, give it credit. It lost by 5 points to a Northern Realms deck, an engine Northern Realms deck that went unanswered. It had free reign. It could Foltest Pride could just keep damaging stuff. Like that's like to only lose by 5 points is pretty impressive. But with that said, we still lost. And that's where I've spoken many times on stream about Shupe decks. I think Shupe is perfectly fine. I think Shupe can be good. I don't think Shupe can ever be much better than good. I think if you watch any of the Gwent challenges, any of the Gwent masters, I don't think you see anyone win with a Shupe deck because there's too much RNG. Like high tier professional players will play Shupe because he's quite fun. They won't play Shupe in like, they'll play him in tournaments, but they won't play him in like, you won't see the masters playing Shupe. You won't see, or the new masters playing Shupe. You won't see the challengers playing Shupe. It's too inconsistent. There's too much RNG in the game. But that's it. That's a Arachas Queen Shupe deck. It was made by Decode789, guys. He's a Twitch streamer. Make sure you go check Decode789 out. His link is in the description below. So if you want to go check him out. He's a pretty cool deck builder. I know you're going to sit here and think, well, we just lost 2 games with this deck. Why would I play this deck? It's fun, okay? We came up against 2 brutally, like, Skelliger auto lose at the moment if you're playing non-removal. And Faltus Pride, we come up against an Engines deck that just runs riot. I know I could cherry pick games and go, look, we won these 2 games, but that's not what's going to happen to you guys. You're going to play this deck, you're going to jump in, you're going to play, come up against Faltus with Faltus Pride straight off, or Skelliger, Crate, or Saval Blood, and be like, this deck's crap, I can't play this deck. I'm not for once saying this deck is the best deck you're ever going to play. I'm not saying for once use this deck to climb rank. I am saying this deck's fun. Play around with it. It has a lot of versatility to it. It's not easy to play. There are lots of outs. There's lots of options for you. And the way you play the deck, the way you pilot the deck will definitely choose between winning and losing. I lost the first game because my round 2 push. We could have easily won that. I'm taking responsibility for that. Anyway, guys, that is going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for checking the video out. Yeah. Check me out over on Twitch if you want. Link is in the description. Check Decode789 out on Twitch. His link is in the description. If you like the video, guys, give it a little like. If you've got any feedback about these, if you're annoyed that I lost 2 games with this deck, and that's what I'm showing, just let me know in the comments, guys. Like, I'm not going to get annoyed, but I'm a grown man. I can take a couple of hits on the chin. It's fine. But if you like the deck, let me know. If you're going to give it a go, let me know. It's Arachas Queen Shupe. Full credits Decode for giving it a go. It's not an easy deck to try and throw together. And good job, buddy. So, until next time, guys, thanks for watching. Have a great day, morning, evening, whatever it is where you are. And goodbye.